Would you rather I sit or stand? It's up to you.
Whatever you're more comfortable.
Where the fuck is Jay? I'm just gonna stand. I don't. To be honest with you, I didn't really prepare a speech or anything. I don't know if there was like a way you wanted to do this, or if you wanted to speak first, or what you wanted to do. Obviously, I asked you to meet, so if you want me to go first, I can.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, I want to start by saying that nothing I say now is an excuse, okay? And what I did, first of all, was betraying your friendship, which fucking kills me because you do mean a lot to me. And I want you to know that this has been eating me up every single fucking day, okay? So I know how badly I fucked up our friendship and your trust. And I am new to this life. And I'm trying to learn the street rules. I'm trying to learn who I should be loyal to, when I should speak, when I should shut my mouth. And I'm learning these lessons the hard way, as you can tell. And I'm fucking people over by doing that. And I don't want to run from that. I know that I've made mistakes. I know that I've done the wrong thing, but I have not done a single thing or said a single thing with the intention to hurt you or anyone else, okay? Everything that I've done has been a mistake and me trying to find my feet and understand where I fit into all of this. And if there are consequences for this, which I hope there are, then I want to face them. You know, whatever it takes for us to move past this, whether that's as friends, whether that's as acquaintances, you know, if I have to work to earn your trust back, I completely understand that. Because this is something you've told me about how people have left you and how people have betrayed you, okay? And I don't want to be that kind of person. I'm here right now because I don't want to lose you, because I don't want to leave you. And you always say to me about how you're the one who fucks up everything. You're the one who makes mistakes. And when you've said something, not to this degree, but when you've said something that's pissed me off or you've upset me in some way, I've always forgiven you. And I don't think that you're the fuck up. In this case, I know I'm the fuck up, and I'm asking you to, I don't know, understand a little bit and find it in your heart to give me a chance to prove myself to you and prove that I can be a good friend and that we can move on from this and heal. That's not without its challenges, obviously. I'm not asking you to fucking hug me and sing kumbaya and move on. I don't want you to forget this. I don't want you to forgive me off the bat, but I want the chance to prove that you can trust me. And more than anything else, regardless, I am so sorry, Autumn, and I have treasured our friendship so fucking much. If this leads to us going our separate ways, which I really hope it doesn't, then I am so grateful that I got to know you and that you showed me what you did and you were there for me when I needed you. And I'm sorry that I couldn't be there when you needed me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. The excuses on being new to this life, cute. Love that for you. But there isn't no excuses for being a shit friend. There isn't any excuses for calling somebody's ex-husband and saying that you're just trying to keep him on a leash still. And then for it to turn into a gang involvement, insane. Because my ex-husband called my, at the time, best friend to pass on a message. Somehow that got gang related before I even had that message. What the fuck is that?
Can I explain my side of that?
Go for it.
So, obviously, the fucking telling him about the hood pass, that was, I take full responsibility for that, okay? With the fucking, the tax shit, I didn't, if I kept that to myself, or if I just told you, is it, like, when he stole your fucking weed, Autumn, like, is that not a gang thing?
No.
Even so, I told him, you told me on the phone. I called you, right? I called you as soon as he hung up the phone. I happened to be with CJ. I say it to you on the phone. CJ starts calling Boris. You start saying, I don't want them to be involved. This is between me and Johnny. Just tell them to leave it. I keep telling them, leave it, leave it, leave it alone. Autumn says it's fine. I was telling them, if they decided to make a decision based on that after I told them that you wanted them to leave it and asking them to leave it, how is that on me? I respected your wishes. I told them.
So you called instantly. As soon as Johnny hung up, you called me instantly.
Yeah.
Interesting. So you didn't have a conversation with CJ about it. So considering you're so new to this life, you understand how taxing works and how civs versus gang works. There wasn't a conversation with CJ before you rung me at all.
I mean,
You just all of a sudden know how taxing works, yeah?
Well, I'm trying to understand it, but he said I'm taxing your fucking car, and he said he literally told me that he took weed out of your car.
Yeah.
Which, when someone's stealing your weed, like, that's not okay. And I would assume that a gang would have to defend a gang member if their fucking drugs were being robbed.
It's different when it's an ex-husband and an ex-wife and it's not a gang-related matter. It's a very different situation.
I tried to stop them. I told them to leave it, okay? That's why I texted you and said call CJ, because I saw Boris on the phone. He was trying to call Manor. I didn't want you to waste your time calling Boris to a fucking busy line, so I said call CJ. They were right in front of each other, fucking talking to each other, trying to sort the shit out, after I told them to leave it.
Okay. So you called me straight away.
Yeah.
You didn't have a conversation with CJ before. Then why the fuck would you betray my friendship?
To be honest, I said without thinking. I can't excuse that. I can't explain that. I can't fucking do anything about that.
In this life, you can't say without thinking. That's not how it works. Whether you're either friends with somebody or not, you can't say without thinking. That's not how the world works. Whether you're a gang member, you're not a gang member. You don't say without thinking. You're relatively lucky right now because you've got a level of protection. Whether you think it or not. There's been conversations over the last couple of days that my weapons should be taken from me for this meeting. But I have a very slim level of trust with people. Because as I've mentioned to you before, people betray my trust repeatedly. People just talk about shit. They don't know the true ins and outs. Oh, Johnny washing the cash as well. Johnny wasn't washing my cash. I owed him money.
He said to me on the phone, I just washed 30K for Autumn. I just sent it to her.
Do you ever think that there's a test going on somewhere with anybody? See how trustworthy you are? Sometimes you have to look at the bigger picture. Johnny tests everybody. You failed. He wants nothing to do with you. And quite frankly, for the last few days, I haven't wanted anything to do with you either, except for to put a bullet in you. Friendship's based on trust, Rayne. And trust gone, you haven't got anything. And trust isn't as easy to build as like a wall that you've just slightly knocked down or something. You can't just pick up exactly the same pieces and put them back together.
I know.
In regards to you making it a gang thing, I think it's only fair that I kick your fucking ass right now, and then we try and move on from there.
Is this like a one-sided fucking me up? Am I meant to fight back? What's the deal here?
It's up to you.
Well, I was the one who fucked up here, so I'm not gonna lay a hand on you. Just do what you gotta do. I wanna move past this.
But do you see why?
Why what?
Do you see why I'd want to knock you the fuck out right now?
Yeah. Yeah, no, I do. I've come here knowing you've done nothing wrong, Autumn. It is all me. I have made some major fuck ups, and I want to learn from that. I want to grow from that.
Good.
This is just step one.
Exactly. See you later, Rayne.